hero. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Nothing less than a knight. Shining.
I'll hunt you. Because that's what needs to happen. Because sometimes truth isn't good enough. Sometimes people deserve more.
100% the hero we need, not the hero we deserve. Andrew Tate is a fucking legend. And Darren Till is a legend for pointing it out. And look at the cuck soy boy shite that is coming off the back of it. Twitter users criticize UFC's Darren Till for worrying Andrew Tate tweet. What? Worrying? What? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. We jump over here, we see the tweet in question from Darren Till, the worrying tweet. The tweet that has soy boys and social justice warriors sitting on the edge of their bed at 4 a.m. in the morning worrying about how can we stop him? How can we deplatform him? Andrew Tate is the best thing to happen to the internet in recent years. 100% agree. 100% agree. And what is extremely worrying about this is when we have a hero, a giga chad like Andrew Tate, who voices everything that we all feel, everything that rumbles around in the back of our brain but we're too frightened and programmed not to say in public. When someone comes along and says that stuff, it ignites an energy within all of us. And we saw this with the likes of Stefan Molyneux many years ago, saying the very same common sense, critical thinking type of rhetoric. And we see what happens to people who deviate from the path, who don't wish to be part of the matrix, don't want to play along like a nice little good sheep. These people aren't interested in bending over backwards for their governmental oligarchs. Nothing like that. And most people don't want to play along with the matrix. Most people want to take the red pill. They're just too frightened. Conformity is easy. Deviating from the path, that's too hard for them. It's easier to be a nice little sheep. Keep your mouth closed and just keep working away. Keep your head down. Don't ruffle any feathers. Be a cuck soy boy. That's the easy route. It's 10 times harder to open your mouth, think critically, and speak out. Be overt with that little voice who's running around in the back of your mind. He's playing in the shadow section of your unconscious. Give him a chance. Push him to the forefront. That's what Andrew Tate is inspiring so many people to do, but he's not original. It isn't original. It's been done many times before. To a lesser extent, you had the likes of people like Jordan Peterson doing this. You know, he red-pilled a lot of people, but then the lure of money and status got to him and he started to conform and bend the knee, and we see where that has put him in the last 2 years. And hopefully, because of the authoritarianism that put the boot down massively on his neck, he realized that apologizing and playing along and acquiescing isn't an option. Open your fucking mouth, say how you feel, and shut these cucks down. That's the only option. And when we talk about the landscape of, we'll say, MMA, the UFC, or just combat sport in general, you have to ask yourself a question. How many of these people hold red-pilled ideas? Well, with the UFC being under the control of Disney and ESPN and certain deals like that, you know, the muzzle has been tightened on the mouths of a lot of fighters. There's some overt guys there like Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa, Sean O'Malley to an extent. Darren Till has come out with this tweet. Andrew Tate is the best thing to happen to the internet in recent years, and I think it was 100% correct. That takes balls and it takes guts, and with every passing day we see the muzzle tightens onto the UFC MMA fighters, especially the UFC. And again, it's all about controlling what people think, controlling the narrative, and it's great to see the likes of Darren Till pushing back against it. And what's extremely funny is when you look at the Twitter reaction and even the headline there that we just read, worrying Andrew Tate tweet. What's worrying about it? What's worrying about it? Get the fuck out of here. You look at some of the replies or you look at some of the quote tweets, and it's actually hysterical to see this like false virtue that is falling out of these people's mouths. They're living in a bubble of Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, all a lot of bollocks, and they think that their opinion actually means something. And these fucking losers that exist in the Twitter bubble or the Instagram or the TikTok, it's all bullshit. It's all fake. They've got the rot box at the end of their hand. It's attached to their hand as programming them over and over and over, and they don't even know. What an unbelievable tool to control the sheep. And you see these fucks with their fake virtue all over Twitter. We'll read some of the comments. Again, I get some of these comments. Extremely low IQ comments. That's what they are. We'll read one or two of them. Here's one of the lowest IQ comments that you could ever get. Guy, did you know that Tate's course is a pyramid scheme? I'm not even going to finish the rest of that tweet because it's retarded. It's as simple as that. Anyone who uses the word pyramid scheme probably heard it from their mothers and fathers or their uncles and aunts during a fucking ham sandwich and a cup of tea when they were young, and it's just lodged in their head. And anyone who's producing some sort of affiliated marketing content all of a sudden has to be a pyramid scheme and it's a scam. Get fucked. You have no idea what you're talking about. Moving on. You're not even going to get the credence of me finishing your tweet, you absolute and utter a-hole. Anyone who doesn't hate women will disagree. Cool tweet, bro. And this guy comes back with, I'm curious, what have you seen that indicates that he's propagating a mindset to hate women? Because based on research I've done on him, it's not the message he's sending at all. And this fucking cuck comes back with, women are worse drivers statistically. Not true. I deserve 80% of my woman's money on OnlyFans because she's selling my property. Treats women as if they're property. There's literally dozens of quotes of him hating on women. It's honestly really impressive that you've avoided them. He didn't avoid them like millions of other people. He just agreed with it because it's what we experience in our own subjective life. You want to talk about numbers, you want to talk about 80% better drivers because some poll that was done from an insurance company said that women have less crashes? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You know, when Andrew talks about women pilots, you're telling me you don't agree with that? You don't agree with that. Okay, let's have a listen to this one.
Where I obey you blind. Female I could possibly meet is a female who comes to me and says, I look at your life and look at what you've done, and I respect your achievements to the point where I obey you blindly.
Yeah.
I don't want her to have her own opinion. I don't want her to be an alpha. I want her to understand the Tate train is on the Tate track. She can get on and off the train, but the track is laid. The stations are already set, and you can do nothing but enjoy the ride or fuck off.
Oh, yeah. That's a funny one. Here we have the extremely, I left school when I was 5 years old comment. You haven't won a fight in 3 years, Darren. That's like the people who were commenting on one or two of my last videos. Like, dude, your beard is grey. Dude, you live in your mom's house. Like, dude, you go and fight Paddy Pimblett. I'm like, hold on a second. Why would I go and fight someone? You disagree with my opinion. You want me to go and do something stupid, so you come back with a low IQ comment. Cool, man. And most of the time they're spelt incorrectly. So, I mean, address yourself, you know? Get your own house in order first. Get up early in the morning. Dress your bed. Maybe go for a run. Do 20 press-ups. Maybe eat some sort of healthy food. And stay off the internet. Because no one's listening to you, cock. That's what these people are. And again, it's funny to see. Darren Till is an incel. Is this a joke? And these go on and on. They're quite funny to see the soy boys suckling so hard. Here you have the First Sports article, the best thing to happen. Darren Till seemingly rallies behind polarizing internet sensation Andrew Tate. This has got to be a troll. Darren Till gets mixed response after his recent controversial tweet. These people are pathetic. I've seen them in real time. I've been in the company of men who hold up signs saying, I'm a male feminist. You need a slap across the face. Shut your fucking mouth. Go and look after your family. Go and do your job. And stop virtue signaling, you fuck. And this is all propagated by the narrative of let's get everybody on the planet onto the conveyor belt of conformity. And if anyone doesn't want to jump on, let's shut them down. Let's point the finger at them. Let's talk about inclusion. Let's talk about diversity. Let's talk about bullying and mental health. And if you don't agree with that, we will implement every single bit of it upon you and ban you off the internet and disparage you and blacken your name. That's all it is. And once you take the red pill and you step outside the matrix and you see the world for what it really is, you will be like Darren Till, and you will look at people like Andrew Tate and Stephen Molyneux, and you will look at these people and go, yeah, I want to follow them. And that's our only hope. That's our only hope going forward. If we're going to get anywhere and progress as a society, we're going to have to start listening and being braver, not putting our heads down when we're in the office and people talk about mandates and all this bullshit diversity and we all have to agree, otherwise you get sacked. Fuck that. Open your mouth and speak up. Andrew Tate promotes healthy living. He promotes the idea of nothing is easy. You're going to have to work for it, and you're going to have to work extremely hard for it. These are ideas that have been eradicated from society, and especially in our educational systems. People are no longer judged on their merits. People are no longer put in positions because of their merits and because they deserve it. It is all done now on some bullshit emotions and feelings and diversity and inclusion sort of rhetoric. and it's disgusting. And the fact that Tate is calling it out and Darren Till spots it and has the balls to step up within this echo chamber of the UFC where no one wants to open their mouth and everyone wants to hold hands and talk about unicorns and rainbows, it has to be applauded. Darren Till is a Chad, Andrew Tate is a Chad, and we need to see more and more of it. Do me a favour, hit subscribe if you liked anything that I said here, and maybe share out the video. Cheers.
I need to beat all these cunts. They're all getting it. I'm not scared.